Yeah, let's see the first sentence. Twang samino puttasa kaping dadisasi. Twang means you. Yes, you. Samino. What does that mean? What is the original form of this word, Samino?
Sami.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Lord.
Lord. Okay.
Lord. Samino.
Lord, or can sometimes husband. Right. Samino. Puttasa. What is the original form of this word? Putta. What does that mean? Son. Son. S-O-N, son. Yeah. Kapi. Kaping. What does that mean? The original form is kapi. Anybody know?
Monkey.
Monkey, yeah. We learned yesterday. Kapi, monkey. Dadisasi. That means will give. Will give. So what is the meaning of this sentence? You will give a monkey to the son of the Lord. Right? So let's focus on the words that end with E here, which is Sami. The Sami appears here as Samino. So what case and what number is this word Samino? It's a bit more complicated than the previous one, previous sentence. But
we give monkey to the son Lord.
Plural, is it?
Say that again.
Is it plural?
Is it?
Samino.
Samino.
Yes. Is it plural?
Is it?
No, it is plural, right? Like
it can be.
No,
it can be because the nominative, vocative, accusative all have this form, right? Pakino, accusative pakino, and dative singular also pakino, and genitive singular also pakino. So as I told earlier, that we have to look into the nature of the sentence. We have to look into the context or the how this word is being used. Only then we can differentiate between what case it really belongs to, because as we can see here, it can be either nominative, vakino, samino. It can be either vocative, vakino. It can be either accusative, plural, and it can be genitive, singular. It can be dative, singular. So to understand what this sentence, which can be many case or many numbers, like it can be either be singular, it can either be plural, it can either be dative singular, genitive singular. So we have to look into the nature of this sentence, which means we saw that toang means you, dadisasi means will give, kaping, a monkey, puttasa, to the son. Samino, what does that mean? Then you think.
This is genitive.
This is genitive, yeah.
Singular. The son belong to the Samino.
Yeah, to the son of the Lord.
Yes, Son of the Lord.
Yeah, son of
So
the
singular.
Lord.
Yeah.
Singular. Which case?
Genitive 6.
Yeah, genitive 6.
Son.
I think people who just joined today are a little bit confused with this table, where, as I showed you yesterday, that actually the dative is the 4th, and then ablative, then genitive is the 6th. So you have to keep that in mind when you look at this table. I didn't prepare the whole the complete structure, or the complete structure of the table, as I showed you yesterday already, that how it is like, and we discussed about each and every cases. Therefore, I did not prepare the full complete table today. So that is some people who didn't attend today might have some difficulties understanding this. Let me. But it's really long. Yeah, better not. Okay, so Setino here is the genitive singular, which means of the Lord. Let's look at the next sentence. Ganino sukino bhavisanti. What is that? Does that mean? Ganino, what is the original form of this word?
Gani,
Gani. What does that mean?
one who has a following.
One who has a following, one who has many followers to him, is called Gani. Sukino, what is the original form of this word?
Suki,
Suki. Don't forget the ending is long ending. Long is Suki.
Suki.
Yeah. So what does that mean? What does Suki mean?
Receiver of comfort, happy.
Receiver of comfort or happiness. A person who is happy is a Suki.
Suki.
Bhavisanti. What does that mean?
Bhavisanti.
It means
Teaching?
will. Say that again.
Teaching or giving the mantra?
No, that is Bhasisanti.
Bhavisanti.
Yeah, Bhavisanti means will be, will become, will be. Yeah. So this sentence means the one who has a lot of followers, one who has a following, will be happy people, will be happy, people who possess happiness, will be comfortable. So in that manner. So here the term Ganino, we just got to know that the original form of this term is Gani, and here the Ganino, which case and which number? Ganino, what can it be?
Singular genitive.
It can be nominative, plural, right? Pakino. It can be vocative, plural. It can be accusative, plural. It can be dative, plural. It can be genitive, plural. So here, when you look in the context or the nature of the word which is being used in this sentence, which case and which number is this Ganino might be, should be? Anybody? Ganino. The one who has a lot of followers will be comfortable people or will be happy people.
Same like a genitive. Genitive singular. Because it can't,
Genitive singular?
Yes, it can't be dative, right?
It's
So
not dative.
not dative. So the only option is like a genitive.
And it's neither genitive, neither dative. Actually, this bhavisanti is
when we say genitive, near to the genitive, not near to.
Is verb to be in English. We say verb to be. It is bhavisanti, which means will be, will become. Any other thoughts? Anybody else would like to try?
So it says like a future, he possesses something, happiness, right? Yeah, I think this is genitive.
No, it's not.
Not genitive.
It's I will not take much time. So it's a nominative plural.
Oh, nominative plural.
It's actually the subject, right? It's the subject of this sentence. See here. Nominative plural, pakino, in a similar manner.
Oh,
Nominative
yes.
plural of ganino, which is the subject of this sentence. The one with a lot of followers. The person with a lot of followers, which is the subject of this sentence. And bhavisanti, I told you yesterday that the will be the subject object verb in that manner that in Pāļi the verb comes after the object or any other kind of word that will come that will be put here. So bhavisanti means will be. Sukhino is the person with happiness, a person who is happy, a person who is in comfort, right? So Sukhino, which case, which number? Sukhino, which case, which number?
Oh.
Say that again.
Singular genitive.
Singular genitive. Why is that? Why do you think it is singular genitive? Genitive case used in which sense? Genitive case is used in the sense of belonging. When we use in English, when we use the term of, or we use apostrophe S.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's no any word about belonging. It's just a simple sentence, a verb to be sentence that it says a person with a lot of followers. That is one word. Even though in English it has many words, as you can see, the one who has a following. In Pāļi, it's just one word, kani, which means a person with a lot of followers. And Sukhino means a person who is happy. a person who lives in comfort. In one word, Sukhino. Bhavisanti, verb to be, future form is Bhavisanti, which means will be, right? Therefore, Sukhino is also here in
Nominative, right?
nominative plural,
Plural, yes.
because the people who has a lot of followers will be people who are happy. So that's the meaning of this sentence. So yeah, that's it. As we have to learn about the O and O today, so I will skip and maybe you can try doing these things by your own, doing these exercises by your own afterwards. So let's do a reverse exercise. Translate into Pāļi. Our Lord went to the minister. I think you haven't learned it yet. The Pāļi term for our is amhakang or maihang. Our means amhakang. Lord, what is the Pāļi term for Lord?
Pati, one.
Sami.
Yeah, Pati we learned yesterday, that which is a short E, and long with a long E or E is Sami. Yeah.
Is Sami.
Yeah. Went to the minister. Yeah, we didn't learn about the verbs yet. Went means
Gacha.
gachi.
Gachi.
Yeah. To the minister. Minister, what is that is the word?
Mantri something.
Mantri. Yeah.
Yes, Mantri.
The minister Mantri. So our Lord here should be, we saw it Sami. What is the form after we decline that we should be used here? In which case, which number?
So Lord, right?
Yeah. Lord here, which case, which number?
Accusative singular.
Accusative
Singular.
singular.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because Lord, it shows going somewhere. The Lord is like a subject who's going somewhere.
Yeah, if the Lord is a subject, why you use it in the accusative form?
But then minister should be accusative, and right? The Lord is like a nominative singular.
Yeah, the Lord should be nominative singular, and the minister.
Yeah, minister accusative then.
Accusative singular. Okay.
Yes.
So how will it appear in the Pāļi language?
We is like Mayang, right?
Maihang, amhakang.
Oh, amhakang. Amhakang. Then what is the Lord? Ajan, you say Mandi something?
Lord Sami.
Sami, okay. Yes. I am Kang, Sami, and then what should the verb here?
Gachi.
Kachi, you can use Kachi, right? Kachi, and the Mantri.
Yeah.
Mantring, something.
Yeah, Manting. Good. Let's look at the second one. The millionaire will be the possessor of a long life, which is similar to we just translated from Pāļi to English. Let's try doing this. The millionaire, what is the Pāļi term?
Sethi.
Sethi. Yeah, Sethi. will be, what is the Pāli term? Bhavisati, we just saw.
Yes, Bhavisati. Yes, Bhavisati.
Visati.
Yeah, this is the fourth one here. Ganino Bhavisati. Bhavisanti, but here one Bhavisati. Possessor of a long life.
Shakti.
Shakti, umbrella.
Oh, here.
Diga.
Dika Jivi. Oh, Dika Jivi. Long life.
Diga Jivi.
Diga Jivi.
Jivi.
Yeah. Diga Jivi, possessor of a long life. Diga means long. Jivi means living being. Diga Jivi.
Jivi.
So how can we do that then? Translate this into Pāli. The millionaire will be the possessor of a long life. The millionaire.
Jati Diga Jivi. Diga Jivi. Vivansi. Bhavisan.
Dika Jivi.
Bhavisati.
Bhavisati, good. The millionaire, which case, which number?
First nominative
Nominative case, which number?
and singular.
Singular. Possessor of a long life, which case, which number?
Dika Jivi.
Diga Jivi. Which case, which number?
Nominative.
Yeah, also nominative, which number?
Singular.
Singular, same as the subject, because this is verb to be.
Yes.
Yeah. And will be, future singular. Yeah, good. Yeah, you can do them by your own. Let's go to the declension of masculine nouns ending in U. Right. Here, the term Guru means teacher. So how is it declined? A nominative Guru, a nominative singular Guru, plural Garu Garavo, accusative Garung Garu, plural Garu Garavo, instrumental singular Garuna, plural Garubi Garuhi, ablative singular
Garuna.
Garuna
Garumha.
Garumha Garusma Garuhi Garuhi, dative
Garuno. Galaska.
Garuna.
Garunam.
No, before ablative it should be dative should comes before ablative, which is Garuno Garusa Garunang, then ablative Garuna Garumha Garusma Garubi Garuhi, then genitive Garuno Garusa Garunang, then locative Garumhi Garusming Garusu, and vocative Garu Garu Garavo. Okay, so you should remember, you should memorize this formula. Garu Garu Garavo, Garung Garu Garavo, Garuna Garuhi Garubhi, Garuno Garusa Garunang, Garuna Garumha Garusma Garuhi Garubhi, Garuno Garusa Garunang, Garumi, Garusming, Garusu, Garu, Garu, Garavo. So you should keep this in mind. Keep it, you should memorize this, because when you have to speak, when you have to write, you should be, you should know how to decline this term, how to decline the words that are similar to this term, how to decline the words that belong to this category of masculine nouns ending in U. Therefore, there's no other option other than memorizing these formulas, right? Even when we learned Pāļi in the beginning, when monks they learn Pāļi, they memorize these formulas, these declensions. They have to be able to recite by memorizing these things. Other than that, it's actually impossible to use these words in the correct form, and also to understand when you are reading a Pāļi sentence or Pāļi text. It's impossible for you to understand what's going on. Right. So therefore, let's try declining the words ending in masculine words ending in U. So let's see what words are they. Bhikkhu, right? Monk. Bandhu, relation or relatives. Taru, tree. Bahu, arm. Sindhu, sea. Parasu, axe. Pasu, beast. Aku, rat. Uchu, bamboo. Katachu, spoon. Sattu, enemy. Setu, bridge. Ketu, banner. Susu, young one. Right. So these are the words that belong to this category of masculine words ending in O. So who would like to go first to try to decline a term which is similar to Garu? Oh.
Ajahn, I try bhikkhu.
Yeah, please do.
But I need to look at the table.
Sure.
Bhikkhu, 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 bhikkhavu, bhikkhavu. And then bhikkhu, bhikkharu, bhikkharu, bhikkhavu.
Try again.
Bhikkharu.
Try again, accusative.
Accusative. Bhikkhum. Bhikkharu.
No, it should be just long U. That's it. Then it should be long U, only that.
Bhikkharu.
No. A is not related to bhikkhu. A is from the Garu here.
Oh. Bhikkhu. Bhikkhuvo. And then bhikkhuna. Bhikkhubi. Bhikkhuhi. Bhikkhuna. Bhikkhum.
After instrumental, then comes dative.
Ablative.
No.
Dative. Okay.
Dative, yeah.
Bhikkhuno. Bhikkhusa. Bhikkhunam.
Then go to ablative.
Okay. Bhikkhuna. Bhikkhuha. Bhikkhuma. Bhikkhubi.
Bhikkhuśma.
Bhikkhuśma. Bhikkhubi. Bhikkhuhi. and then locative. Bhikkhu bhikkhuasmin, and then plural is bhikkhusu.
Yeah, before. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, like that.
Not easy.
Yeah, this table is a little bit confusing. That's one reason.
Why is dative before ablative? Why is it positioned this way?
Yeah, as the dative and genitive are exactly the same form, they somehow maybe try to save the space. they combine and write it in the one place.
So it's the standard. This is the standard.
No, this is not the standard. The standard is like I showed you yesterday, in that order. But today I didn't reorganize this and write this again, as I assume that you all who attended yesterday are familiar with this. This.
Could we have those PowerPoints again? I went to immigration yesterday, so I missed the class.
Yeah, I distributed. I mean, I sent it to Venerable Ashwin, and I think he distributed. Maybe you can get from him.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So who would like to go next?
Okay, Ajahn, I will try.
Yeah, sir.
Bandhu, Ajahn. Which term?
Bandhu, relation, relatives.
Bandhu. Bandhu, Bandhu, Bandhuo.
Bandhavo.
Bandhavo, Bandhavo. And Bandung, Bandhu, Bandhavo. And then, just remember, Bandhuna, Bandhubi, Bandhuhi. And then Bandhuno, Bandhusa, Bandhunang, and then ablative. Bandhuna, Bandhumha, Bandhusma, Bandhubi, Bandhuhi, and then genitive. Bandhuno, Bandhusa, Bandhunang, and then locative. Bandhumhi, Bandhusmin, Bandhusu, and Bandhu, Bandhuo,
Yeah.
Bandhavo.
Good. Bandhu, Bandhavo. Bandung, Bandhavo. Bandhuna, Bandhubi, Bandhuhi. Bandhuna, Bandhumha, Bandhusma, Bandhubi, Bandhuhi. Bandhuno, Bandhusa, Bandhunang. Bandhuna, Bandhumha, Bandhusma, Bandhuhi, Bandhubi. Bandhuno, Bandhusa, Bandhunang. Bandhumhi, Bandhusming, Bandhusu. Good. So who's next?
Me.
Yeah, Taru. Three.
Taru, Taru, Taruo, Taru, Taru, Taravo, Taruna, Taruhi, Tarubi, Taruhi. And the fourth, Taruna, Tarumha.
No, after instrumental, it's dative.
Dative.
Yeah.
Taruno, Tarusa, Taruna. Right?
Yeah.
Taruna, Tarumha, Tarusma, Taruhi, Tarubi, Taruhi. And locative,
Genitive.
Genitive, Taruno, Tarusa, Tarunam. Locative, Tarumhi, Tarumin, Tarusu, Tarusmin, Tarusu.
Good.
Yes, thank you.
Taru, Taravo. Tarung, Taravo. Taruna, Tarubi, Taruhi. Taruno, Tarussa, Tarunang. Taruna, Tarumha, Tarusma, Tarubi, Taruhi. Taruno, Tarussa, Tarunang. Tarumhi, Tarusming, Tarusu. Yeah,
Thank
good.
you.
Well done. And also, if vocative, Taru, Taru, Taravu. Okay, who would like to go next? Anybody?
Yeah, Chutarat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which one?
Which one would you like?
Aku.
Aku, rat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh. Aku. And then aku. Akawo. Aku. Akawo. Akuna. Akupi. Akuhi. Akuna. Akamha.
After instrumental, go to the dative. Go to the
sorry.
next one that come to ablative.
Akuno. Akuras. Aku asma. Right? Aku asma.
Again. Try again. Dative.
Akuno. Akasma.
Dative.
And akunang.
Akuno, akus, akunang.
Akusa, akunang.
Then go to ablative.
Akuna, akunha. Akusma. Akupi, akuhi.
Then go to genitive.
Akuhi. And then akuno, akasma, akasa.
Akusa.
Agusa. Agusa, agunang. Akamhi, akasming.
Akumhi.
Akusming, okay.
Akumhi.
Akusming and akumhi. Akumhi and akusa.
Akusu.
Agusu, okay.
Yeah.
Agusu, yeah.
It's aku. It says the first A is long A, long R. Aku. Aku, akawo. Akung, akawo. Akuna, akubi, akuhi. Akuno, akusa, akunang. Akuna, akuha, akusma, akubi, akuhi. Akuno, akusa, akunang. Akumhi, akusming, akusu. Aku, akawo.
All right, the last one.
Yeah. The last one, vocative. Who's next? Who hasn't done yet? No one volunteers? DMD, have you done?
Yes, Ajahn.
Already?
Okay, I will choose Setu.
Setu, bridge, right?
Yes, bridge.
Okay.
Okay. Nominative Setu, setavo. Accusative setum, setavo. Instrumental setuna, setupi, setuhi. Dative setuno, setusa, setunang. Ablative setuna, setumha, setusma, setuhi, setupi, Genitive, setuno, setusa, setunang. Locative, setumhi, setusmi, setusu,
Setusu.
tusu. Vocative, setu, setau.
Yeah, good. Anybody else? Pra Bhumibat or Didano, are you there?
Ajahn, may I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
We were told by another teacher that we have to be very careful how we pronounce the declarations of a bhikkhu, because it's something to do with the Tathagata or something like that. We must bhikkhu, something like that. We must be careful. We don't mispronounce. Is that true? Is that a belief?
I didn't quite get what you really mean by that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we were advised by another teacher that we should pronounce especially those related to bhikkhu, bhikkhave, carefully, because Lord Buddha, is some referring to himself, and so we should pronounce it properly, and we should be more. We should be careful, basically. That's what we were advised. Is it true? Is it a basic practice?
No, I haven't heard of that. I've never heard of that in that manner. But actually, not only that word, any word that you learn, you have to be careful of how you pronounce it, right? Because otherwise, you will have a miscommunication there, right? Like I just said to you that the Pāļi words, the Pāļi letters are pronounced. If you learn how to pronounce Pāļi words properly, it's somewhat very, very, very easy. Actually, easier than English and many other languages, because it has a very quite stable pattern or stable way of pronouncing the language. For example, BH. B, B only ba, right? There's this H makes you have to stress, and you have to add a little bit of H to it, like b. You have to stress that word, and you have to add a little bit of H there. And bhikkhu also, normal K pronounced as ka, and the next one with the KH is k, right? A, ka, k, and then ga, g, ng, da, ch, ta, ka, k, ga, g, ng, da, ch, ja, j, ny, ta, th, da, dh, n, ta, th, da, dh, n, pa, ph, ba, bh, m. So as you can see, each and every word, every letter there are different to each other, and it's very distinct and very stable the way you pronounce those words. If it's written that way, it is pronounced that way. Not like English word, when you see some words, especially for example, A can be pronounced as a, sometimes as a, sometimes as if whatever manner, right? When a, when a, sometimes E can be pronounced as E, can be pronounced as A, elephant, E, eat, in that manner. But in Pāļi, it's whatever way it is written, it is pronounced in that manner. Therefore, if you learn each and every letter, how to pronounce them correctly, then it is easier than English actually to pronounce those things. And also, the thing is, if you don't pronounce it correctly, it can denote another meaning to that. That's what I think about the importance of you pronouncing the words correctly. And yeah, that's what I can say here about what you just asked.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ajahn.
So anybody else would like to translate, to decline? Okay, seems like no. So can anyone also remember? Have you anyone memorized how to decline this without looking at it? Anybody can try? Is there anybody who want to try? No one. See, as you can see here, in a vocative plural, the bhikkhu has an additional form as bhikkhave. That is, we can see in many suttas that when Buddha addressed the monks, he used this term bhikkhave other than bhikkhu or bhikkhavo, as it should be, as we just saw here. Right? Bhikkhu, bhikkhavo. But when the Buddha addressed the monks, he used the word bhikkhave. As I told you earlier, that the language is a spoken language. Therefore, these grammars and grammar rules came after they used this language for a long period of time. Therefore, as we can see, even in our languages, even in English as well, this spoken language has a lot of varieties and changes according to the place, according to the locality, according to the time. In some time before it was said in another manner, and nowadays it's spoken in another manner. In that manner, there are slight differences, but the grammar rules came afterwards to somehow catch or get to understand this pattern of language. That's why there are many exceptions in many languages about these grammar rules when it comes to the spoken language. And as I told you, the Pāļi language has been a spoken language for a long period of time before it was written in another letters that belong to another language. Like in Sri Lanka, they use Sinhalese language, Sinhalese letters to write Pāļi. In Thailand, they use Thai letters, Thai alphabet. In Burma, they use Burmese alphabet, so and so. So that is why there are a lot of exceptions to these grammatical rules. Here is another exception, or some words that are, even though they have the u ending and they are masculine, they are declined not exactly as the majority of those languages we just saw here. You see, right? Garu, garu, garavu, garung, garu, garu. But here, as you can see, the term bahatu, right? Bahatu means brother. It is not exactly as the majority of those masculine words ending in u, right? The bahatu, even though it's a masculine word ending in u, it's still declined in a different manner. As you can see here, bahatu in the nominative, it becomes bahata, bahataro. In accusative, bahatarang, bahatare, bahataro. Instrumental, bhatarebhi, bhatarehi, bhatu bibatuhi. In ablative, bhatara, bhatarehi, bhatarebhi, bhatu bibatuhi. In dative, bhatu, bhatuno, bhatussa. Plural, bhataranam, bhatanam, bhatunam. Dative and genitive. And in locative, bhatari, bhataresu, bhatusu. So it's very different from the majority of the words that are declined in this similar manner as this garu, as we just learned. So there are these exceptions. Why there are these exceptions? I think there's no clear-cut definitions why this happened in this manner, but I think it's because these words are somewhat like used in more affectionate manner. I mean, it's Bhataro, your brother, very, very close to you. Maybe they use it very often than the other words, and maybe they had add these emotions to these words. So that's why maybe they kind of change, different from other words. And also pitu, you see, it's another word that is very close to you, your father, about your brother. And also that is, I think that's why with the usage it has different ways of declensions. And also nattu is another term that has another way of declension, right? Nattu is declined as nattu, even natta, nattaro, nattarang, nattare, nattaro, nattara, nattarebi, nattarehi. Dative, genitive, nattu, nattuno, nattussa, nattarana, nattana. Locative, nattari, nattaresu. Vocative, natta, natta, nattaro. So there are some other words similarly declined in that manner. Sattu, advisor, kattu, doer, maker, battu, husband, gantu, goer, sotu, hearer, netu, leader, wattu, sayer, jetu, victor, vinetu, instructor, vinyatu, knower, datu, giver. So these are the other words that are masculine and ending in u, that is declined, that are declined similarly with this form, this formula, which is similar to this word nattu. Yeah. Yeah, for the time being, I think we just focus on this first pattern of the declension and try to remember and try to memorize this before going into other exceptions or other different ways of declensions. I think I will give you a little bit of time. Try if you can memorize and decline without looking at this formula, this form. Okay. Yeah.